The Tulsa Roughnecks versus the New York Cosmos. 73,000 American fans. The world's most popular sport, American style. Soccer's bringing the United States closer to the rest of the world. It's the first truly international game that appeals to every social group as opposed to other popular American sports. And it's not just a temporary soccer mania. Some of the best players in the world have moved here. Others commute over to play a second season. They're helping to turn the United States into an international soccer power. They bring with them not only first-class knowledge of the game, but provide new heroes for the millions of kids who are playing soccer for the first time all over the country. As Professor Mazet, technical director of the Cosmos, says about soccer camps,
as you know, the camp is a tradition activity in America.
Yes, it is.
For a long time already.
Mm-hmm.
But the specialty camps, let me say the sport camps, they start 15 years ago. And soccer start 4 years ago, the camps. And, but it's not an unusual situation. The parents, you know, the boys wants to go to a camp because in some way they are used to.
Yes.
You know, and it has a lot of reasons. One reason is because the parents really wants to give the boy the opportunity to learn more about the game of soccer. We have today playing league games, play community games, play games with religious groups, etc., etc. School system. We have more or less 5 million kids playing the game in America.
Mr. Woosnam, you're the commissioner of the North American Soccer League. How did you personally get involved in soccer?
In 1966, I was coming to the end of a professional playing career in England, and professional soccer was beginning in North America, Canada, and the United States. 2 leagues were formed, due to operate in 1967. So I then retired from playing in England, became the coach and general manager of a franchise in Atlanta, the Atlanta Chiefs, and 2 years later came into the league office to become the commissioner of the North American Soccer League.
So this was in 1969?
Beginning of 1969, yes.
Now the first attempt to popularize soccer in the United States, wasn't it around 1967?
That's right. Those 2 leagues were formed. One was affiliated with the World Organization, FIFA. The other one was not affiliated. It brought about a lawsuit between those 2 leagues and with the United States Soccer Federation. A settlement was made, and the 2 leagues merged together in 1968 to become the North American Soccer League. 17 teams.
What about American soccer in the distant past? It was disorganized, isolated, and had very little public support. It was considered a foreign sport. Many clubs and teams were started and folded. It was only played by ethnic clubs, Englishmen, and other eccentrics. Yet this lively game took place in 1946 at Yankee Stadium, the New York Americans and Liverpool. In the miraculous upset in the 1950 World Cup, the United States beat England by winning 1-0. The public didn't care, and American soccer lost its chance to capitalize on this achievement and emerge from obscurity in this country. This is another game from 1952. The Italian Americans showing their skill in New York's Randall's Island Stadium.
At that time, soccer didn't catch on at all.
Well, soccer had been played in North America for many, many years, going way back to the beginning of the century, but mainly by the immigrant groups that were in this country, and it wasn't spread throughout society.
And then when Pelé come, then it spark everything.
Yes, it certainly did.
And then we can divide the history of the soccer in America in two phases, before and after Pelé.
Give me a P! Give me an E! Give me an L! Give me an E! How what do you got?
Soccer is the same, but you get a nice ball control. You have to practice. Just push the ball.
You push the
See?
ball, put the
Move
toe
the ball a
under,
little bit.
and keep going. See?
See?
Okay? Don't fight against the ball. See? Come on! That's the way. Another one. Come on!
That's my mistake.
Your
I
mistake.
want
Come on.
hard.
Aha! That's a great one.
Another thing is a very, very important. It's a very, very important. Everybody make a mistake. Everybody. No one is perfect. Used to do this a lot. I stay in the corner, in some place where I want to turn this side or this side. I didn't have space. He started to kick me. The guy started to kick me. Then what I can do? I push him. See? It's not foul. Not foul because I use my arm. I don't put my hand. That's foul. If you use your hand to push him or to pull him, this is foul. But if you use your arm, your body and your arm, you see? No foul. No foul. No, it's really try to take the ball.
Try that.
You-
Nice. Quick, guys.
You see? That's the same in the.
The same in the game. See?
He knows. Sometimes he knows because he play against you. Then you charge. You charge. Going back. You see? You see?
Now he's gonna change position. Look around. Change. The field is wet, but it's good to change. Keep all the ball control near you. Change. Change. That's it. Change. Good. Come on. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Put the back down. Put the back down. Yeah, the ass down. Come on. Go. Get. That's the way. Change.
That's the way practicing. You start again and again and again. Then you get the feeling of the ball.
That's the way, nice and easy. Don't lose the concentration. You can put the ball in the head if you want. That's the way. You can put in your shoulder. You can put again in your shoulder. That's the way. Bring to the head. Okay. Bring to the thigh again, Pelé. That's the way. Can stay all night, all day. See? Concentration in the ball all the time. Little trick. Use the side of your foot, see? Okay, okay.
Soccer players in America come from every level of society, from private schools and colleges, where they receive excellent training from coaches who know the game, from suburban middle-class players who find soccer more practical and interesting than traditional American sports, from inner-city kids, many of them children of new immigrants already familiar with soccer. Ricky Davis of the Cosmos, selected as the best North American player of 1979 by the Soccer League, is from a private school background.
Okay, I began playing when I was 6 years old in Claremont, California, which is a very small town just outside of Los Angeles. And fortunate for me, they had a few leagues, which were probably the first ones established in the United States, and it exposed me to the game of soccer.
So you played throughout high school, I presume?
Right, I began playing at 6 and played all the way up until my age right now, which is 20, playing in high school, which is, I think, where I got my first ideas of what professional soccer might be like. One of the things that I've noticed in being with the Cosmos and playing with players like Franz Beckenbauer, Vladislav Bogicevic, and Giorgio Canaglia is that their technical abilities are so far above the standard in America that I think that American players should idolize the way that they play. Just now, the American soccer player has something to look forward to. He is finally able to play soccer professionally because finally he can make a living that way. The money is good enough, and it enables American kids to actually pursue soccer as a career.
Why don't they play better soccer here? Compared with teams from countries famous for high-level soccer, the standard of play in America still seems to be low. There are several reasons for this. Apart from seeing the imported players, Native Americans are rarely exposed to the superior levels of a World Cup game or the famous individual skills of international stars. The special stamina that soccer requires is not part of growing up in America, as it is in Argentina and Yugoslavia, but they're learning fast. It is not a foreign sport anymore. Good old American technology and determination are probing the problems of soccer. They're incorporating ideas from other American sports that bring interesting variations to the traditional game. Even the fans demand better play on the field because now they know what a good game should look like. We talked to Mort and Linda Morgenstern while their children played at this typical soccer clinic in Westport, Connecticut.
And how did you get the idea of having your children play soccer?
Well, I think it was more their idea than ours. Westport is a very sports-minded town, and the decision was to play baseball or to play football or to play soccer. And Westport in the last several years has continued to find that soccer is becoming more and more popular with the children. I'd never played soccer in my life, but one of the things that I realized was with 3 children in the soccer program and with very few coaches available who really understood the sport in the United States, some of us had to just commit ourselves to learning and to be able to teach the younger children. And so I found myself as a coach of the young children.
Little League football and baseball did not encourage everybody to learn. And what I like about soccer is that in the program they develop each child's potential. And they really do encourage every child to learn the sport and play. And they give them a chance and they put them in. Whereas you'll see some teams in other communities or other sports where only the stars play. And I think that's different.
There are facilities available, and therefore as a result of that, the young people in North America began to play it. Now there's been a tremendous growth over the last 10 years, and it's well on the way to becoming the most popular participant sport with both boys and girls in North America.
For you to be in the level of England, of West Germany, Holland, Brazil, Argentina, etc., you need to have some tradition in the game. You have to have some history. And you don't buy tradition with money. That's take a long time. But they are working hard. They are working hard. You can give them some inspiration.
Yes.
That's what's important. And all these boys are expecting that probably 1990, the World Cup will be in America. When in the lecture you say this to them, oh, they applaud. And another thing for the spread of the name of the soccer in this country is the television. The television in America is really the key. How important was the arriving of Pelé, Franz Beckenbauer, Carlos Alberto, Kubija, George Best, Cruyff, all these great names, because they are the models, because they needed to have a model that they don't have, because they don't have the background.
European superstars Franz Beckenbauer and Giorgio Canaglia of the New York Cosmos.
What's the difference between playing here and playing at home?
Well, there's a lot of difference because here you haven't got the standard as European soccer yet. You know, we're trying to get there, but it's it's taking a bit of time. We're improving every year. But the standard, like in the German Bundesliga or in the English or the Italian or the Spanish, it's a bit higher than it is here.
Why do you think the popularity is increasing with such rapidity here?
I think because of the children, the involvement of the kids, and the kids bring the parents out, so they all have a nice day out at the game.
You know, you have to understand, soccer in Europe, it's a little bit different organized, and but here, they have to learn a little bit. And Cosmos, it's, they pick up it very, very fast. And I think now the Cosmos, for example, it's one of the best and organized clubs in the world.
So you think on a management level, they are ahead of Europe?
Oh, there is no question about it. As far
promoting
as promoting it,
yeah.
it is. Now the rest of Europe is copying.
It's imitating.
So there we are.
You have to adjust U.S. to the rest of the world, or the rest of the world to the U.S.
You must understand that in the rest of the world they have penalty kicks. We had penalty kicks also.
Yeah.
But then penalty kicks seem to be so easy, so we had to make it exciting for the fans. I think that the rest of the world will eventually change because
it's more exciting.
It's more exciting.
The American school of soccer.
I see.
That's be a different school in the future. You say you have Latin American school, you have European school, you have English style, and I believe that in 10 years, with all these different influences, you're going to have the American style. That will be a mixing of all these schools together with the natural desire, the natural ability to be a competitor that the American boys has.
We are not just promoting a sport in a country. We are opening up new horizons for American players, for American journalists, for the American people and the rest of the world. Where did America and the rest of the world ever meet in a wide general sense? Once every 4 years at the Olympics? No team sport from the United States has really touched the rest of the world and vice versa. Now suddenly you have American boys and girls, a lot of kids, meeting the rest of the world at the rest of the world's own level. It's a very, very significant joining together of American sportsmen with sportsmen from the rest of the world, because only in soccer can they meet on common ground. There is now a common bond between hundreds of thousands of Americans and hundreds of thousands of other people through the game of soccer.
In America, the game is here to stay. I have no doubt about this. You can see in the camp, over here at Pelé Soccer Camp, you can see all over America, soccer camps all over America. Kids anxious to learn the game of soccer. And they are learning quickly, and I believe that probably around 10 years from now, America will create problem for Brazil, for England, for West Germany, for Spain.
When I come here 5 years ago, 4 years ago, fortunately, we started to have more, let's say, more support to the media, more support to the people. Then we started to work and to promote more soccer. And today, no doubt, soccer is a reality in the United States. I used to say to the kids here in the soccer camp, you know, those kids, and I used to, say, to tell them, okay, you have a lot of good players, have Pelé, Beckenbauer, Netzer, Johan Cruyff, you have some good players here in America, American players. You learn with him, you try to take something good from them, but be yourself.
Yes, very good philosophy.
That's more important, what do we say to the kids? Because I believe, really I believe in 2 World Cup more. 8 years from now, we're gonna have a national team from American players and a World Cup. That's no doubt.
It doesn't matter the way that you play the game, but you be involved in the game all the time. All these details that is fixing the game of soccer in this country. And another thing, the woman liberation movement created a situation where the girls is participating in the game. Statistically, 37% of the public in the stadium to see soccer, they are women.
You play soccer?
Yes.
Are you a team?
No.
How do you know about soccer? You're Americans, aren't you?
Yes.
It's a new sport in this country, isn't it?
Sort of.
Now, how come you all play soccer?
In school. We have to.
Are you from New York?
Yes.
Oh.
Native New Yorkers.
Is that right? You like
this
soccer?
one's
Yes. And you think it's catching on, or you think it's already catching on?
Yes.
Why do you think it's so popular?
It's fun. It's fun and it's not that hard.
It's not that hard?
No.
It's
Anyone can do it.
So you think women can play as well as men?
Oh,
Mr. Wisdom, you sound very optimistic. What do you see as the future of U.S. soccer?
I think it can be very successful. I think we'll achieve some of the goals we've set ourselves. What we'd like to do is to certainly become the most dominant sport in North America, whereas in fact we started from nowhere just 10 years or so. I'd like to think that we will become a major power as far as the World Cup is concerned, and hopefully before the end of the 80s we will be. And I'd like to see us put ourselves in the same category as Brazil and Argentina and Germany and Italy and England and whoever people regard as the top 10 nations in the world.
Vancouver Whitecaps versus the Tampa Bay Rowdies. In America, soccer's competing with 4 well-established sports: American football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. In order to compete, soccer had to be different. The rules were altered to attract television coverage and to satisfy the fans' demand for action and spectacle. Matches must be won or lost. Substitutions, shootouts. There's never a dull moment. The fans love it. Perhaps in the not-so-distant future, intercontinental matches will be played here. Perhaps Native Americans will match the best from the rest of the world on the rest of the world's own level, on the soccer field.